Alright, everybody, today we have the new 13 EX banner. It came out today, honestly, earlier than I thought. And we have this once daily. You can get 3 presents. I do want to check that out, but this is the banner. I love how they put bargain there. Please do not summon on this banner. It is absolute garbage. Straight up, like, do not summon on this thing, please. It is so bad. Like I said, I want to come here and check out quickly the presents. Okay, not that one. Is it this one? Okay, it's this one. So you can basically get 1,000 frags of any of these characters. Which isn't horrible. It goes up to Gear 5. He's the newest. They're missing, for some reason, Blackbeard Shanks. They're missing Z. Film Red Shanks also. Not sure why they skipped those EXs, but yeah. This is only if you buy, like, all the presents you can do this, technically. But, yeah, basically 1,000 frags of any whatever you can buy. Which, well, actually, how much are the tickets? I have no clue. Let's check it here. It will be easier. But, yeah, I love how they put bargain there. Like I said, do not summon on this banner. That is not a bargain. So the tickets cost, you can get 35. They're $7.99 each. Alright. But today we are summoning on the actual banner. This, part. We're gonna do all 5 steps and see what we get. So, the chances of us getting an EX are pretty low. And then, the chances of us getting an EX we actually would want are even lower. Like, say I wanted EX Akainu. The chances of me actually pulling him, or pulling any EX is just so low. Alright. But yeah, like, do not summon on this banner. Like I said, it is complete garbage. And yeah, it's just funny to me. They had the audacity to put bargain there. Yeah, so what a bargain. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I didn't say yet, but let's just look at the featured characters. You know, I bet there's new Robin, new Chopper in here, right? Frankie, maybe Jinbei. Yeah, no, there's not. It goes up to, let's see. It goes up to, Raidon Onigashima Sanji. Wow, so generous of them. So generous of them. You can get some 2-year-old Bounty Fest, if not more. Very, very nice of Bandai to do that for us. Oh my god, okay. Alright, do not let this deter you. I got lucky. I literally got lucky. This is luck that... Yeah, the chances of that happening are low. I just got lucky. Like I said. But yeah, so do not summon on this banner. Maybe, just maybe, if it had, like, up to Brook and Jinbei for Bounty Fest, maybe I'd say it's worth it. Maybe. Just because, at least if you're not coming out with an EX, you might be coming out with, like, a few Bounty Fest copies, or, like, good ones. But I don't think there's one good Bounty Fest on this banner. Like, just straight up. Like, all the buff characters, Stussy, Lilith, S-Shark, whatever, they're all too new to, you know, come out. So, yeah. I would not summon. Or they're too new to be on this banner, I should say. The best character on this banner is probably Bounty Fest wise. I honestly don't even know. Like, probably none. Like, I doubt any of them are usable. Speaking of King, there he is. But hey, they updated it. It went up to King last time, but now it goes up to Oni Sanji. That's like a 6-month difference. Very nice. Very, very nice. A whole 6 months difference of Bounty Fest. But yeah, we're going to be summoned here and possibly on another account. Because I had a lot of just random accounts with gems that I keep laying around just in case if something comes out like this. Just so I can show you guys the rates and hopefully deter you from summoning. Like I said, yes, I did get an EX, but that was just complete luck. And it's not even a usable. I wouldn't call Yamato a usable EX. Like, Yeah, you're not getting away with using her with 20 Kishus running around. And, Defender, I don't think we got an EX. It can be gold everything without EX, yeah. Like, yeah, even if you get the second best summon, which is gold everything, and 32, you still don't even guarantee an EX. You need Straw Hats on the flag. That's the only thing that will guarantee an EX. But yeah, the only EX really worth summoning for might be Zoro, or like, I don't know, if you, like, Blue Luffy has not reran in so long. Same with Hybrid Yamato, like, officially reran. On their own separate banner. They've reran on these types of banner, 18 EX, 13 EX, 14 EX. They've reran on those banners. But, obviously, that's not the type of banner you want to be summoning on to try to pull them, right? Because the rates are horrible. I mean, yeah, they're just horrible. You'd think 13 EXs in one banner is great. Like, oh, you're at least gonna get a few maybe, because, you know, 13 featured. But they're still the same rates. They still suck. And you have the same amount of chance, pretty much, to pull them. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, other than that one lucky summon, I'm getting absolutely nothing. Just straight up nothing. I mean, yeah, look at that's like 3 summons in a row without a 4-star, I think. What a bargain banner. But yeah, like I said, like, the only EX worth getting on here is probably Blue Luffy, just because he is so expensive. And he hasn't reround in a while, and Hybrid Yamato. Like, if you want Zoro, or if you want Odin, their banners are literally out right now still. So, summoning on here to hopefully get them would be dumb. You would summon on their actual banner. But yeah, I don't know. It just sucks. I can't believe still. Bargain. They dare put a bargain next to it. Like, they're just trying to bait the people who don't know, like, much about this game. They're like, okay, EX is the highest rarity. There's 13 of them on this banner. This must be good to put all of my gems in right before anniversary. Yeah, just biggest bait banner ever. And yeah, as you can see, like, literally, that one little part I got lucky. Was it, like, what did we get? Nami? Nami was our second best character that we obtained. Oni Robin too, okay. Speaking of Oni. And we have 2 more summons left, and then like I said, I might switch to another account if I can find it. And we'll do the rates over again. We'll see, you know, what we can obtain. Alright, final summon, 1 4-star guaranteed. That is all. And let's see, 32. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, just 1 red flag. I'm skipping all these because, yeah, not very entertaining, getting absolutely nothing every summon. Now, one more thing I want to check out. Is this a guaranteed EX on the tickets? I mean, technically it is because you can just straight up buy an EX. Yeah, 1 4-star guaranteed. 10 times summon, okay. 35 times. Oh yeah, sorry about the quality too. It might seem a little choppy because I'm on blue stacks right now. But yeah, let me go get my other account if I can find it. And we will do some more summonings. We'll do another rotation on that banner. Alright, everyone, we are on the second banner, second account, second banner. See, again, you know, go into it. I've summoned on every single one of these banners made. Like 18 EX, 14 EX, 13, whatever, all of them made. And the luckiest I've got was 2 EXs, but they were 2 unusable EXs. I think it was like, what? I want to say it was Hybrid Yamato and... Hybrid Yamato and who? It was Hybrid Yamato and like Blackbeard or something. Now, like I said, Hybrid Yamato would be a nice pick to get, only because she has not reran in quite a while. But like I said, the chances of you pulling the character you actually want are absolutely, like, close to 0. Like, it's gotta be such a small number. I mean, just getting an EX is what, 0.0200? Something like that. I'm not sure the exact number. It's either 0.200 or 0.0200. Probably 0.200. So, yeah. And then, you know, the one you actually do want, you're not gonna probably get. It is oh my god, okay. 2 killers. That's probably honestly more rare than pulling just a random EX. Now, it would be pretty nice to pull, just, you know, see them, but overall, we're probably not going to get lucky. The funny thing is, these accounts I'm on, I bought for the first, like, 18 EX banner that came out, or was it 14? I keep forgetting. There was an 18 EX banner once. I feel like there might have been a 21 EX banner. There was definitely a 14 EX banner at one point, and yeah, this one's 13. Like, the other one, the last banner that came out, went up to Dark Roger, I believe. No, the last one was Snake, Lucci. I think it was just Snake and Lucci. I don't even think Shanks was on there. They went up to Snake and Lucci. And I believe they did cut out... Who did they cut out? They cut out Z. This was, like, before his buff, even. They cut out Z, and they cut out Film Red Shanks, I believe. Also, I feel like they might have cut out Odin for some reason, which I thought was weird, because they took forever to do his buff. But yeah, pretty much getting trash. We're just, like I said, going through them quick. No point in waiting out a whole trash summon just to get this. A ton of 2 and 3 stars. But yeah, ticket-wise, they are expensive. I believe, if it's like last time, I believe it was like $350 for all the tickets. But you are, I'm pretty sure, guaranteeing basically any of the EXs you want. Which, you know, none of these EXs, are any of these EX really that viable other than Zoro and maybe Odin? Probably not. We got another 32 gold everything, but... like I said, that's not even a guaranteed EX. That's just, like, 3 4 stars. We did get 4, but I think it's just guaranteed 3 4 stars. And, you know, if you get lucky and get more, it's just possible. But yeah, the most they could do is put in newer Bounty Fest. Like, come on. Newer Bounty Fest, at least, is, like, the least you could do. So, you know, maybe someone's pulling and they can get, like, light chopper or something. They don't get, ooh, okay, we got an EX. Maybe if they don't get an EX, but... alright, who did we get? Like I said, Blue Luffy is probably the best and rarest character on here that we could obtain. Okay, Runner. Kid-in-Law, okay. Honestly, not a bad one. I mean, he was recently out, I believe. He was out within the last, like, I want to say 6 months, so... it's not too crazy pulling him since he was just out, you know. He's not a ultra rare EX that hasn't reran in 20 years. When was a Luffy? Definitely, maybe it was May 5th last that Luffy. I feel like it was further than that though. And then yeah, Z barely reruns. I believe that when he buffed was the second time he ever reran. Like, he came out, he reran once, and then he got buffed and reran again, and that was the only time he ever came out. I know Film Red Shanks recently got a rerun during last anniversary. It was right after Kizu. And, yeah. Like I said, Yamato, Hybrid Yamato, I don't remember the last time she was out. Maybe she was out semi-recently, and I just can't think of it, but... I don't think her or Blue Luffy have been out for at least a year minimum. Probably longer than that. Probably closing on 2 years now. Dofi, okay. Alright, this is the final step. Final 5 steps. We did pull an EX on each account. Of course, they do limit you summoning on this to only 5 out of 5, like 5 times. You can do 5 rotations 5 times. That's how much they limit you. So I'm not sure why they do, because, you know, the people who will get baited by this banner are probably going to throw everything into it. So, you know, if you really want them to spend all the gems, why make a limit? But yeah, anniversary is literally right around the corner. When Bonnie and Kuma's banner leaves, that should be when the first EX of anniversary drops. Like, just straight up. Then, like, that's like 20 days away. So, even, like, if you have 500 gems right now, it would be better off spending them on that banner. And, you know, probably, maybe not getting the EX, but, you know, at least you have a chance to get an actual decent EX that you can use. And on top of that, he will have, or they will have, actually, like, good characters in their banner featured. Unlike this one, they will have the newest Bounty Fest. They'll have Bonnie and Kuma probably featured. Or not featured, sorry, unfeatured. So, you know, just randomly summoning, you could just, oh, Bonnie and Kuma, you know. But yeah, that is it. We did obtain, oh, here's one of the accounts. So this one, I was able to get Hybrid Kaido and Roger on, from the other EX banner. And now we added, who did we add? I got an EX, who was it? Kid Law. Yes, it was Kid Law. Where's Kid Law? I am blind, probably. I will just sort. Blue Runner. There he is. Alright, that is Kid Law. You know, I kind of do enjoy summoning on these banners. Maybe, maybe one more account. Let me see if I got another account in storage that I can bring out. Alright, final account for real. This is the final rotations we will do. The last this account. I believe this account has Hybrid Yamato and S-Snake on it. So let's see if we can add another EX to this account. And yeah, see what we can get. So I did get 1 EX per account so far, so let's see if we can at least get 1 minimum here. But I highly doubt it, because, you know, like I said, the chances of getting an EX are low. We just got extremely lucky. But yeah, let's see if we can pull Blue Luffy. Like I said, Blue Luffy is probably the rarest character on here, because, you know, it's expensive Luffy. He costs so much money just to guarantee. And then on top of that, like I said, he's probably not been out for a year plus now. Like I said, I don't know the last time he reran. Which probably makes me think he will probably buff close. Like maybe next or, you know, something like that. He could buff with like Film Red Shanks or something. That'd be cool. Or Hybrid Yamato buff blue attackers together. Probably not. Yeah, they're not going to buff 2 blue attackers together. That wouldn't, like, yeah, they need to save 1 for later. But yeah, Blue Luffy, very possible to buff Film Red Shanks is in the possibilities. Let's just hope they actually do good on their boss, unlike Odin and Zoro. Zoro, like, he absolutely destroys Saturn Shoe, but that's pretty much his only task that he can do. And then Odin, they could have made Odin so good, but instead they're like, let's let him cap the treasure when the enemy is on it only in the last 15 seconds. That's just very good. Let's give him the 1 HP trait. In a meta where there's multiple characters who can negate the 1 HP trait. And they just added a new one, Bonnie and Kuma can. Kuzan can, Kizu can. Like, literally so many people negate the 1 HP trait, so what's the point? Yeah, they were not cooking with that. We're summoning on this bargain banner. We got Karasu or whatever his name is. Is that his name? Karasu? I think that's Karasu, the whatever Odin retainer. Is that his name? I feel like that might not be his name. Karasu. Karasu sounds familiar, but I feel like that might not be him. Alright, we're already on step 3 out of 5, so we're finishing up pretty quick. Like I said, unless if we get crazy animation, maybe gold everything, we're just gonna keep skipping. and see what we get. It's crazy I skipped like every single banner, and this is already up to 19 minutes. Or I skipped every single summon. Thought it'd be shorter than that. I know I did like 2 or 3, well, this is a third account, but still. Like, I'm just skipping. I'm doing like 5 seconds every summon. But yeah. Let's see if we can obtain an EX on the third account. Or if we break our whatever. So we got Hybrid Yamato, Kid Law. Sorry, not Hybrid Yamato. Yamato and then Kid Law. Kid Law, pretty good pick, I'd say. Just because they're one of the cooler EXs, whether he's viable or not in the meta. Yamato. I mean, she did buff more recently, but again, someone like her in a meta where there's multiple characters who can negate her 1 HP trait is not good. Like, we take Kizu out of the meta, Kuzan out of the meta, and then finally Kuma and Bonnie out of the meta. Yeah, she'll absolutely cook. But, of course, that's not gonna happen. Alright, King again, nice. We're almost done. I probably should have spent the scout points on the other accounts. Yeah, I couldn't really get much, just a few character frags. But Kaido Frankie, nice. And this is the last step of step 4, and then step 5, and then we're done. It is not looking good for getting another EX. Of course we could get lucky, but 5 summons left. We're gonna need Luffy on the flag, or Straw Hats on the flag. But yeah, I don't know why they're like downgrading. They went from 18 EXs to like 14 EXs back to like 18, now to 13. I forget the order it was in. But I 100% know there's a 14 EX banner and an 18 EX banner. And yeah, they're just downgrading at this point. Don't even put Film Red Shanks or Z in this banner. Who else was missing? Blackbeard and Shanks. Honestly, Blackbeard and Shanks, a good pick to have out of the banner. You can just get them with character missions. They are not worth at all to pick up here. Alright, final summon. But yeah, having Z and Shanks not in here is kind of scam. Not like you would pull them probably, but... Alright, that is the final summon. We got Queen and Shiryu. And yeah, that is all. So 2 EXs on 2 accounts. Not bad. Like I said, I got lucky, but again, not a viable EX. The only viable EXs on here is Akainu, Odin a little bit, and Zoro a little bit. And yeah, you're not getting away. I mean, maybe you could get away with Gear 5v1, but that's about it. But yeah, there we go. The banners. Unfortunately, this account did not obtain a new EX, but yeah, we got Red Yamato and what was his name? Kid Law. Not bad at all.